What is up, investors and crypto enthusiasts? The answer to that question is actually a lot, which is why we're back here at Mainstream Cryptos with yet another episode of the weekly news. My name is Abby, and today I'm going to be walking you through the top 15 most important updates in terms of crypto that you need to know, all of which have happened in the last 7 days. Keep yourself up to date. Do yourself a favor, like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a news update, and you can get notified when we post podcasts and so much more. Honestly, just go ahead and subscribe. For now, on to our first piece of news, number 1. Bitcoin Ordinals about to flip Ethereum NFTs. Bitcoin's native non-fungible tokens are known as Ordinals and are on the verge of surpassing Ethereum in the NFT market, according to data from CryptoSlam. Ordinals have seen a significant surge in both sales and active buyers, achieving an impressive 129.50% growth in USD sales and attracting close to 10% of the buyer market. Ethereum still currently leads the NFT sector with a sales total of over $24 million. However, the rapid rise of Bitcoin's ordinals suggests that a flip could be imminent. For those of you who don't know, ordinals, which have been rapidly gaining traction since their inception in April this year, are unique digital assets inscribed on a Satoshi. A Satoshi is the smallest unit of a Bitcoin. Number 2. A meme coin scam fraudster nets over $315,000 in Ethereum. An unidentified scammer has netted over $315,000 worth of Ethereum using a strategy of creating and then abandoning meme coins. Blockchain analysis platform Look On Chain revealed the fraudster's tactics in a series of tweets, providing Etherscan links to the 4 meme coins: Tommy, KSI, Zuck, and Bill involved in the scam. The fraudster's modus operandi entailed the creation of a meme coin with a small amount of Ethereum, providing liquidity to gain investor trust. Once sufficient investment was attracted, the scammer would remove the liquidity, effectively taking the investment for themselves. I must say that is quite a smart way of doing it. Not that I'm encouraging it. That is completely unethical, and I would stand against all forms of scamming. However, I'm just surprised that this modus operandi, so to speak, hasn't been implemented to a large extent before. For example, the scammer started with 1.5 Ethereum, which is worth $3,200 at the time of withdrawal, from crypto exchange KuCoin to create the Tommy meme coin, later walking away with 28.7 Ethereum, an impressive 1,813% return. That is impressive. But bad, very bad. So the moral of the story is, please be careful when investing, especially with meme coins at the moment. Make sure you do your research and look at the stats and the reliability of the asset that you want to purchase before investing your money. Number 3, Binance Coin joins the uptrend. Here is the reason. The recovery of the crypto ecosystem is going at a relatively slow pace. However, many top altcoins, including Binance Coin, BNB, are doing all they can to join the trend. BNB, the native token of the Binance exchange, is changing hands at a price of $242.53, which means that it is up by 3.17% over the past 24 hours per data from CoinMarketCap. Binance Coin is an unusual high flyer in the market, and whenever it moves, it becomes apparent that the positive sentiment surrounding the exchange is high at this time. As such, the trigger the current sell-off received might have stemmed from the announcement of the launchpad listing of the Arkham Intelligence token. Unlike other tokens that Binance Exchange has supported on the launchpad, Arkham Intelligence has already made a name for itself in the crypto world as an analytics platform and sleuth, helping to uncover scams and theft in the industry. And so, evidently supporting Arkham Intelligence tokens will definitely uplift confidence in the Binance chain, which in turn feeds into its native token, BNB. Number 4. A Coinbase executive detects $320,000 in crypto belonging to a stranger. Here's a real bit of heartwarming news for this week. Conor Grogan, the head of product at Coinbase, said he found $322,000 worth of digital assets that belonged to a person who was unaware of that, since the funds were transferred after Ethereum's hard fork in 2016. The executive discovered that the owner of the crypto stash had previously become a victim of hackers who drained their entire life savings. That is harsh. One reason individuals might have been sitting on substantial sums without knowing is Ethereum's hard forking event in 2016 when the protocol split into Ethereum Classic with a native token ETC and Ethereum. Grogan's biggest discovery was an account that held over $320,000 worth of Ethereum Classic. While finding the owner was no easy task, he stumbled upon one unique coin called EOS-DAC. The token was airdropped on Ethereum to EOS holders in 2018, which helped Grogan to connect the dots and discover the lucky person. It seems fate has finally smiled on the latter, considering they have fallen prey to a hacker in 2019, resulting in all life savings lost. Apart from that, the individual was involved in a legal battle with the cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex. Wow, what a hard life. Grogan posted a screenshot of the conversation between him and the person in question, revealing that the latter had no idea about the existence of those assets. Grogan's hard work has, on some platforms, earned him the title of a hero. Piece of news number 5. Okay, this is pretty cool. Cristiano Ronaldo drops a second NFT collection on Binance, and the owners of the NFTs get the chance to meet him. A little bit of background. The Portuguese soccer megastar Cristiano Ronaldo launched a new NFT collection called Forever CR7, the greatest of all time. The digital items are live on Binance NFT Marketplace and depict historic goal-scoring moments from his career. The world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, inked a deal with one of the greatest soccer players of our time last summer. Ronaldo highlighted the partnership, vowing to grant his fans unprecedented experiences through the Binance Net platform. He kept his promise several months later, launching his CR7 Neft collection. Now for a really cool part. Changpeng Zhao, who is the CEO of Binance, said users holding the rarest nefts of the Forever CR7, the greatest of all time collection, can get the unique chance to meet and train with Ronaldo in person. He also assured that the exchange will pay for flights and accommodation. Wow, that is quite literally the opportunity of a lifetime. Although I don't play soccer, even I would be tempted to take that opportunity. And on to number 6. Bitcoin sharks and whales accumulated $2 billion worth of Bitcoin since BlackRock's ETF filing. The last time Bitcoin sharks and whales held over 13.02 million Bitcoin was in mid-April this year. Despite Bitcoin's relatively flat trading at between $30,000 and $31,000 lately, Bitcoin sharks and whales have purchased approximately $2.14 billion worth, which is calculated at current prices, of the leading digital asset since 17th of June. Look at that. The confidence among investors could be fueled by some recent developments that have infused general optimism in the industry. For one, the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, filed to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States. The company has an outstanding record, seeing 575 out of its 576 products approved by the SEC over the years. Talk about an outstanding record. It literally stands out from the masses. Number 7. On to something fascinating and controversial. AI can now move Bitcoin with new Lightning Labs tools. Lightning Labs, one of the main companies working on the Bitcoin-based Lightning Network, announced a new set of developer tools that can integrate Bitcoin with AI applications and large language models, LLMs, like ChatGPT. According to the 2 engineers behind these tools, Oleolua Osuntokun and Michael Levin, the main concern with LLMs was that they don't have access to an internet-native paying mechanism. In 2023, the bots pay you, tweeted Osuntokun. Built on the L402 protocol, these AI applications will now be able to hold, send, and receive Bitcoin payments, both on-chain and on the Lightning Network. The expense of training GPUs for AI requires costs that developers look to recoup via the low-hanging fruits of credit cards, they wrote, adding that this results in higher than necessary costs to the end user to incorporate chargeback and fraud fees. The L402-enabled tools now allow users to sell and pay for API queries, monetizing access to a wide breadth of software applications. Number 8. Now Hong Kong plans to train traders as part of virtual asset education effort. A training institute in Hong Kong is set to prepare virtual asset traders with the requisite expertise for industry-specific operations. This move follows closely after the city-state's decision to implement a new licensing system for digital trading platforms and exchanges. The Hong Kong Securities and Investment Institute, HKSI, is getting ready to roll out a bunch of programs and workshops on virtual assets in the coming months, as the South China Morning Post reported on Sunday. Every year, HKSI trains and oversees licensing exams for about 30,000 hopeful brokers and asset managers in Hong Kong. While the HKSI will handle the training and exams for the virtual asset programs, the timing of the first test will reportedly be decided by the Securities and Futures Commission. Piece of news number 9. Arcadia Finance says an exploiter has been contacted after a $450,000 hack. The DeFi protocol Arcadia Finance has alerted users that it lost $455,000 in a hack, which a blockchain security firm PeckShield says was made possible due to vulnerabilities in Arcadia's code. PeckShield flagged the exploit on Twitter early Monday morning. Our analysis shows that the Arcadia Finance hack is due to the lack of untrusted input validation, which is exploited to drain funds from both DRC WETH and DRC USDC vaults. PeckShield says that the exploiter on Optimism transferred 180 Ethereum worth $305,000 and washed most of it through Tornado Cash. The exploiter on Ethereum took roughly $100,000, which remains in the wallet at press time. Arcadia Finance's total value locked has sharply dropped by 77%. Ouch. Since the protocol hack from $605,000 to $140,000 at press time. But not all is lost. Arcadia Finance confirmed the hack 2 hours after PeckShield's first alert, and it assured users that it was looking into the situation. 2 hours after that, Arcadia Finance updated its users on Twitter. We have initiated contact with the attacker, it announced. We will continue to work with our security partners, law enforcement, and the broader community to resolve this as best we can. Our number one priority is recovering funds for Arcadia protocol users, the firm said. Boom! Number 10. Binance refers users to CoinMerce as the exchange exits the Netherlands. Global cryptocurrency exchange Binance has reached an agreement with CoinMerce to refer its users as the firm winds down operations in the Netherlands. In a July the 6th blog post, Dutch crypto exchange CoinMerce said hundreds of thousands of users based in the Netherlands would be referred from Binance, giving them the chance to transfer their digital assets to the platform for free. Binance announced in June that it would be largely halting its services for Dutch users on July the 17th, citing a failure to obtain a virtual asset service provider license in the country. We offer these users an equivalent platform that complies with all European laws and regulations, said CoinMerce co-founder Nick Smits van Ooyen. The transition will be smooth, and in consultation with Binance, we have made the transition for users as easy as possible. Number 11. Scientists create a crypto portfolio management AI trained with on-chain data. A pair of researchers from the University of Tsukuba in Japan recently built an artificial intelligence-powered cryptocurrency portfolio management system that utilizes on-chain data for training, the first of its kind, according to scientists. Called Crypto RLPM, short for Cryptocurrency Reinforcement Learning Portfolio Manager, definitely need an abbreviation for that. The artificial intelligence system utilizes a training technique called reinforcement learning to implement on-chain data into its model. Reinforcement learning is an optimization paradigm wherein an AI system interacts with its environment, which is in this case a cryptocurrency portfolio, and updates its training based on reward signals. There you can see a more visual representation of how it works. Once developed, the scientists tested Crypto RLPM by assigning it 3 portfolios. The experiments were conducted over a period lasting from October 2020 to September 2022, with 3 distinct phases: training, validation, and backtesting. And according to the scientists' preprint research paper, Crypto RLPM demonstrates significant improvements over baseline performance. I quote, Specifically, crypto RLPM shows at least an 83.14% improvement in ARR, at least a 0.5603% improvement in DRR, and at least a 2.1767 improvement in SR compared to the baseline Bitcoin. Piece of news number 12. MasterCard AI-powered tool to help banks fight fraud. This is what we need. MasterCard has launched a new AI-powered tool which is aimed at helping banks fight payment fraud and scams in real time prior to any monetary exploits. According to an announcement from the financial services provider on the 5th of July, the Consumer Fraud Risk Solutions AI is trained using years of transaction data received in partnerships with banks in the UK. Through analyzing the data, the system is able to predict whether or not a user is attempting a transfer of funds to an account previously associated with authorized push payment scams. So far, MasterCard reports that 9 of the biggest banks in the UK have signed up with the solution, including Lloyds Bank, Halifax, Bank of Scotland, NatWest, Monzo, and TSB. And I expect that this will not only be a very popular solution in the UK, but will become a global thing. I personally think that is likely. 13. All right, it's definitely time to get political. The candidate R.F. Kennedy Jr. has been revealed as a Bitcoin holder in June financial documents. The Democratic U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has previously denied being a Bitcoin investor, but a recent filing contradicts his statements. According to financial documents filed in June, Kennedy, the nephew of former President John F. Kennedy, has between $100,001 and $250,000 worth of Bitcoin held in a brokerage account. The revelation comes as Kennedy had explicitly said during a conference in May that he was not involved in Bitcoin investment. His exact words at the time were, "I am not an investor and I am not here to give investment advice." In response to the report, Kennedy's campaign manager Dennis Kucinich claimed that the Bitcoin purchase was made after the speech in Miami. Virginia Cantor, the chief ethics counsel for watchdog group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, raised concerns that there could be a conflict of interest if Kennedy promoted Bitcoin on his campaign trail while his family held the cryptocurrency. I should say. However, Kucinich dismissed these concerns, asserting that there is no conflict. Kennedy has continued to publicly support Bitcoin since the conference in Miami. 14. Voyager Digital sees $250 million in net outflow since resuming withdrawals. The bankrupt crypto lender Voyager Digital has seen more than $250 in net outflow since it resumed withdrawals on the 23rd of June, a year after it filed Chapter 11 and halted withdrawals. As per data from Dune Analytics, the platform currently holds $176 million worth of cryptocurrencies. Earlier in May, U.S. bankruptcy judge Michael Wiles approved Voyager's proposed liquidation plan, allowing the crypto lender firm to return about $1.33 billion in crypto assets to customers and end its efforts to reorganize under Chapter 11. At the time, Voyager announced that customers will recover about 35% of their cryptocurrency deposits. The customers were given a choice either to withdraw the amount as cryptocurrency through the Voyager app or wait for 30 days and withdraw as cash. Once the initial round of distributing 35% of customer funds is finished, Voyager will look to recover more assets to distribute to its creditors. And finally, last piece of news for this week. Number 15. The big halving. Bitcoin miners prepare for token rewards reductions. Bitcoin halving, the most anticipated quadrennial event in the cryptocurrency space, with potential to drive the maiden digital currency price to new heights. However, it could pose more troubles to Bitcoin miners than the previous ones. As per experts, Bitcoin miners would face more challenges in the upcoming halving, given the high electricity costs and debt burden. Nearly half the miners will suffer given they have less efficient mining operations with higher costs, said Jaron Millerud, who is a crypto mining analyst at Hashrate Index. Currently, the rewards per block are 6.25 Bitcoin, which was worth $188,944 at press time, and next halving in the second quarter of 2024 will further reduce it to 3.125 Bitcoin, which was worth $94,472 at press time per block. Bitcoin halvings in the past have been followed by major bull runs. The latest was in 2020 with a 560% surge in the price of the world's biggest cryptocurrency. As a result, many investors welcome the event. So far, Bitcoin miners have been making up the loss of mining rewards following the halving by technological advancements that have improved the mining efficiency. Wolfie Zhao, the head of research at the Miner Mag, the research arm of mining consultancy Bloxbridge, said that net profits will turn negative for many Bitcoin miners with less efficient operations. This is after the halving. This is because the Bitcoin mining industry is operating in debt, partly due to the 2022 bear market's repercussions on electricity costs. Kind of sad to end there on that note of impending doom, but what can we do? News is news. We need to know these things. Speaking of which, we are here every week. You can tune in and find out all about what has been happening behind your back. With that said, don't forget to like and subscribe, which allows us to keep on doing what we are doing. Have a great one, and we will be back next week.